good day to you peoples.
Daddy,
I am going... Yes?
I bring my balloon. Don't play with my balloon.
Yeah, I see that. Okay, can I do my vlog now?
Yeah.
You didn't talk to me all day.
Okay.
And now I turn the camera on. And now you want to show me your balloon.
Yeah.
Okay. You want your camera? You want to do a vlog?
Yeah, I can do that.
Aya has her own vlog. You can find it if you check out my other videos. But I'm not going to tell you where it is.
What?
But here you go. You can vlog. She has her own vlog channel on YouTube.
No.
Alright, so I am going to make a noodle-less lasagna. The last time we did it, we just used eggplant, but this time we're going to use different vegetables to make, you know, a thicker and more nutrient-rich lasagna, but still cutting out the carbs and the calories inherent in lasagna noodles. My hope was just I wanted to make it bigger. I wanted to eat more lasagna is actually what it was. So I'm going to use three, we're going to call them vegetables because I don't want to get into the argument of whether they're vegetables or fungus or fruit or whatever. But I'm using an eggplant, zucchini, and a large, well, these are actually medium-sized portabella mushrooms. We're only going to be using the caps, but this is what is going to be our noodles, and I'll slice them all up, and you'll see what they look like after the crust is off. All right, so here's the crust is off. So here are the portabella mushrooms sliced. Here are the eggplant and some zucchini. I have skinned the eggplant. I have not skinned the zucchini. Because zucchini, when you cook it too much, it gets a little bit like cucumber, so it's a bit watery. So here they are. I've spread these two out. Eggplant's bigger than zucchini, so I split it over two, and mushrooms fit nicely over here. I do not have a stove big enough to do both at the same time, so I will do the zucchini and eggplant first. And that takes about 10-15 minutes, and then I will do the mushrooms, which take a little bit less time. My stove is set somewhere between 400 and 425, because my stove is slightly hotter. Now, before you put it in, you make sure it's on parchment paper, as mine is, and I like Pam olive oil spray. I think we may have been through this already, but IGA has a olive oil spray that's light tasting and has 0 calories. This one stopped spraying aerosol-wise and more shoots like a stream, so now I can't really use it. Pam olive oil spray has 4 calories for about a half second, so I spray for about 20 calories worth about. However, if you look at the equivalent, 1 tablespoon of olive oil is 130 calories. So what I normally would do is put the olive oil in a bowl and then brush it onto these things, but without too many calories. So we're trying to cut calories, so I use the Pam spray. You just take it, and then you get a little bit behind it, and then you just spray down your veggies so they have a nice coating of olive oil. Oh, shouldn't have done the mushrooms because I'm not doing them for another 15 minutes. Okay. This is one of my favorite kitchen tools. This is actually for salt. You put rock salt in there. I like to use sea salt. And you press this plunger. It helps me control how much salt I put on things, because it doesn't pulverize quite as much salt as a salt shaker would let out. So, pulverized sea salt to season. I have the same thing for peppercorns. So again, you want to season. Alright, get ready for another crust dissolve. I've decided to add one more thing to my noodles made of eggplant, zucchini, and mushrooms. This is some Asiago, no it's not. This is some Parmigiano Reggiano, Parmesan type cheese that I've grated. It's fresh from a big brick. I grated it for my lunch this morning. It is a fattier cheese, however, because it's grated and so airy that you don't actually use a lot of it. So it's good to flavor things because there's a lot of flavor to it. So I'm going to give the noodles a very light dusting of this Parmesan cheese to give some more flavor. Hopefully gets sucked into the noodles, and even if it doesn't, it has a nice crust of cheese, which, how awesome is that going to be? Right, so, to season them, salt, pepper, olive oil spray, and a little bit of Parmigiano Reggiano cheese. I'll let you know if you can taste the difference. Here's another crust dissolve. So while my noodles are baking, I've gone ahead and started shredding some of my mozzarella cheese. The mozzarella cheese we use is not actually mozzarella, it's actually called Allegro. They make a series of cheeses. This one is mozzarella-like. They are actually made of milk. They just happen to be lactose free. There's a lot of those soy-based cheese loaves kind of thing. It's a cheese-flavored loaf of soy. We like to use actual cheese. This is skim milk cheese. The company that makes it, like I said, is Allegro. The white cheeses are more of a mozzarella thing. They do make cheddar-like cheese. It's orange. Same packaging. What's really good about these cheeses is they taste fantastic when cooked. Not the best cheeses to eat just like that, but when you cook them or melt them, they do taste really good. The flavor really comes out, which is nice, because when I first ate a piece just like straight, it didn't really taste like anything, so I was like, bah, this is going to be... I love cheese, but this is good stuff. So, I'm going to start shredding that cheese. I'm also, like I said, I should get that out, going to up the flavor a little bit. I'm going to pull out, like my new fridge, by the way, it's awesome. I am going to add my Parmigiano Reggiano. Since we started the diet, this is one of the only cheeses we buy, besides the Allegro cheeses, for recipes. But we now put Parmigiano Reggiano in everything. Here's the Parmigiano Reggiano. This is a big chunk. Look, it's next to my head. Okay, pickle. We use this and a really cool tool that my parents gave me. It looks like this, and it grates the cheese fantastically and keeps it in that little tube thing. Parmigiano Reggiano cheese, like I said, it's a normal cheese with a high fat content, but you barely have to use it to get a full bodied flavor out of it. The other cool trick I found, I'm just full of tricks today. If you're on a diet and you start eating just egg whites, whether you make the egg whites yourself or you buy cartons of egg whites, add half a teaspoon or a full teaspoon, depending on flavor taste, of Parmigiano Reggiano cheese to it, and you'll have delicious scrambled eggs. Because the problem with egg whites is they don't taste like anything. So when you make scrambled eggs with them, you're like, well, this doesn't taste like anything. Add a little bit of Parmigiano Reggiano cheese, and it's a fantastic flavor. Yes, Pumpkin? Hold on. Crust dissolve. I gotta talk to my kid. Me again, back for more cheese news. I'm not usually a big fan of ricotta in a lasagna, but since we're not putting meat, we're gonna put ricotta. Again, Allegro makes a ricotta with only 4% of fat things. Whatever. Anyway, this is also very low in calories. A quarter cup only has 60 calories. So, Allegro is one of my favorite cheese companies right now, just because it lets me use cheese and not feel bad about it. Alright, so, crust dissolve. When I come back from the crust dissolve, you will see my noodles. And there is my plate of noodles. Eggplant, portabella mushrooms, and zucchini. So, I took a pan about this big, not very big. I have a lasagna pan, but since there's only 2 of us eating, and I didn't make a lot of noodles, we're going to use a smaller pan. So this one I should have checked before I put sauce in it, but it's... I can't read it. It's not the square one, it's the next size up. Anyway, I have taken the liberty of putting my first layer of marinara sauce. That is the marinara sauce from the Now Eat This cookbook. It's very delicious. I've made a couple of modifications, basically added basil or oregano to it, I can't remember. Anyway, and changed a little bit of the way it's set up for cooking. Anyway, the recipe is in that book. Try it out. I will now put a layer of eggplant to cover the sauce, much as you would put down the noodle base. I will put half of the eggplant, because I would like to have the top and the bottom be eggplant, because it's a good fake noodle to make the base with. since that's what I'm doing with it. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Right. All right, so this one's gonna move back. So there we go. There's my first layer of my lasagna right there. Whoa. So there it is. First layer. I'll put a little bit of marinara on top, and I think I will do my first layer of some kind of thing. Okay, well, I'll add a cheese. So I'll let you know. Anyway, I will do a layer, and then before I do the next layer, I'll tell you what I did. Cross dissolve. Okay. Eggplant down, Parmesan, marinara, and then a slight sprinkling of Parmesan for flavor. Next, the zucchini layer. Zucchini with a thin layer of ricotta. And then I will put another thin layer of marinara sauce. Here's the portabella mushroom layer. Now let me explain this layer to you. I put down a full layer of portabella mushrooms. Then I put a layer of the mozzarella cheese. And then I put the rest of the portabella mushrooms on top of that. On top of all that, I'm going to put some more marinara sauce. And then it's time for the last layer of eggplant. And then the last layer of cheese. Okay, see you in a bit. Cross dissolve. And there it is, all complete. The final eggplant layer went on top of the sauce that I put over top of the mushrooms and cheese. But what's important, your final layer of eggplant, don't put sauce between it and the cheese. It lets the cheese get crusty and bubbly. I apparently cut myself on something. It lets the cheese get all crusty and good and delicious. So yeah, so here's the side of it. It's a pretty large lasagna. I'd say this easily feeds 4 people to fullness. So there you go. That's the lasagna. After the crust is off, you'll see it all done. Crust is off. And there it is out of the oven. Now it's just right out of the oven, so it's still bubbling. Bubble, 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 bubble. Bubble, bubble, bubble. So we will let it cool down for about 10 minutes so that it solidifies. We will slice it up, put it in a plate, show you, eat it, show you whether we liked it, and that'll be the end of this. Cross dissolve. Here are our plates. We took a little less than a quarter each. I say a little less because I left more than half in here. Here is the side view of the delicious looking lasagna. We have not tried it yet, but it looks really good. What was I going to say? Yes, a quarter of this, I've done the calculations, and a quarter of this whole piece of lasagna, which should be enough for, this is more than a portion size in like grams and stuff. However, this oversized piece of lasagna is only 285 calories. How awesome is that?
It's awesome.
It's pretty cool.
It's gonna be good.
So, we're gonna try it, and then we'll let you know. Cross dissolve. All right. Sweetheart, you've already eaten bites.
Yeah.
Is it good?
It's awesome good.
It's really good?
Yeah.
Does it taste very vegetable-y?
Kinda, but really nice way, yeah.
Yeah. If people just wanted a normal lasagna, would they enjoy this?
No, probably not.
Probably not. You really need a meaty lasagna. If you're looking for a meaty lasagna, this isn't it.
No.
All right. What I'm going to do then, for the people who want a meaty lasagna, I'm going to try to add turkey to this somehow. I'll brainstorm. And now I will try. This is my first bite. And this is the reason why I eat a lot. This is a normal bite for me. I probably should cut that down. Anyway, here we go.
Ça dépend quelle bite, hein?
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's very good.
But do you think it would replace the meaty one?
I don't think it would replace the meaty one, but I don't think people who like it, if you're afraid this tastes too much like vegetables, it does not.
No, no.
It mostly tastes like the tomato sauce and the cheese.
Yeah.
The trick, of course, is to over-bake all of your vegetables. And the mushrooms, the portabella mushrooms, give it a meaty, earthy taste. Because anybody who's eaten portabella mushrooms know that they're very earthy. And they taste... they're the meatiest tasting vegetable I can find.
Daddy.
But I will try to find a way. What I think I'll do is I think I'll make a bolognese sauce with the marinara with a turkey thing. When I figure that out, then I'll use that sauce and we'll see how that goes. All right. Love you guys. Mwah. High five. Have yourselves a pleasant evening and we'll see you tomorrow.